So very good evening, guys. In the previous class, we have studied about, we have introduced you to Microsoft Power BI, which is the world's leading, business intelligence platform. Okay. So we also explored uh, basically where we can download this Microsoft Power BI, which is a website which is main responsible for this, which company, so this is your website. Okay. This is the source resource where you can uh, download your Microsoft Power BI. Okay, fine. So already also mentioned regarding your Microsoft Fabric, which is built on Microsoft Power BI. Okay, which is having more capabilities than your Microsoft Power BI. Of course, it is not going to replace your Power BI, but it will add some additional features to your Power BI, which we'll be discussing in this course. Okay, as an add-on syllabus. So also I requested you to enroll for the coming community conference on Microsoft Fabric. Okay, so you get a lot of information on network. Okay, so it is going to be happened in Las Vegas in March 26th and 28th, or 24th, 25th, 25th this year. Okay, so basically we also discussed what is the definition of Power BI. See, Power BI is a collection of software services, applications, and connectors that work together in order to generate or in order to connect unrelated sources. Basically, Power BI is a software, okay, or it's a tool, it's a data visualization tool in a simple words, which will be able to connect the data from different sources. Okay, it can be from Hadoop, okay, big data, or it can be from SQL Server, it can be from some other storage location, it can be from machine learning cloud, it can be from events data, okay, or it can be from .csv file. So it will connect unrelated data from unrelated sources in order to generate visually impressive insights, or in order to generate some reports. Okay, fine. So this is a simple definition of Power BI. Okay, the BI, the name itself suggests BI means business intelligence. So I'll take one class on what is BI, business intelligence. Don't worry. So at that time we'll be able to understand what is BI. As of now, just you are trying to understand that business intelligence is a way to generate some relate the data and generate some visualizations of the graphics out of it. Okay. So in order to take some decisions, fine. So most of the BI developers, okay, they will be using this Power BI, okay, apart from data analysis. Okay, so we also discussed something. What are the uses of Power BI? As I told, Power BI is used to find the insights within the organization data. It can help you to connect disparate data sets. Okay, so as I told, it can help you to connect disparate data sets. Okay, so like this, different data sets like this. Apart from that, not only collecting from this disparate data sets, it will also help you to transform the data. Basically, it will also help you to transform the data. Okay, so from one format to other format, and also it is also helpful to clean the data in the data model. Okay, so basically we'll be discussing all these functionalities of Power BI, how Power BI will be able to connect the data from different sources. Okay, so how Power BI will be able to connect the data from different sources and will be able to transform the data. Okay, be able to transform the data, and how it will be able to, after transforming the data, clean the data, then how it will be able to create something called as data model. Data model, with the help of this data model, how I can able to generate some charts or reports or visualizations. Okay, fine. So all these things we'll be discussing step by step in the future classes. Okay, so these are the basically uses of Power BI. So after once we generate the reports, we can always share these reports to different Power BI users. Okay, so don't think that you are only the user of Power BI, data analyst, or only the user of Power BI. Even business intelligence people will be using Power BI. Your managers will be using Power BI. Okay, so different users, different stakeholders will be using Power BI. So based on the roles they have assigned, that also we'll discuss. Okay. So who will use the Power BI, who will not use Power BI, what are the different roles in Power BI? Okay. So all this we'll discuss in future classes. We discussed this previous classes. Okay. So we also discussed about the same thing. So now today we'll discuss what are the different components or parts of Power BI. What are the different parts of Power BI? How many components are there in the Power BI? As I told you in the beginning class, Power BI is a collection of software services, apps, and connectors that will work together. Okay, there are different components in Power BI. There are different components in Power BI. All these components will work together in order to do different tasks. Okay, they won't work individually. They work together in order to perform different tasks. So what are these components in the Power BI that we'll discuss today's class? Okay, fine. So just to give you some time. So let me, why I'm not, okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'm trying to remove these dots. I'm not able to, no problem. So what are the different parts of Power BI? So basically, there are three parts or components in Power BI. One is called as Power BI Desktop. Okay, Power BI Desktop. See, what is Power BI Desktop? It is a very simple desktop application. See, for example, you take, your Swiggy. Swiggy is a desktop application, right? Or it's a mobile application. What is it? Whether it's a mobile application or a desktop application, Swiggy app. You can use a chat window or you can unmute yourself and you can discuss. What kind of app Swiggy is?
It's a mobile application.
It's a mobile application. Basically, you install that in mobile and you'll use. Now tell me Microsoft Word.
This PC like laptop.
It is both desktop application and mobile application. So now you clearly understood what is desktop application and mobile application. Some applications will be opening only in the desktop. Some applications will be opening only in the, it is designed only for the mobile. Okay. Some applications will be hybrid, both for desktop and mobile. Okay. So your Power BI desktop, Power BI desktop is one of the component or software of the Power BI. Power BI desktop is one of the component of Power BI, which is purely a Windows desktop application, which is purely Windows desktop application. So this is the first component of your Power BI. Okay. The next component of Power BI is Power BI as service. Generally, we call it as software as service. Software as service. So what is this Power BI as service? Before understanding this Power BI as service, we should be able to understand what is this SaaS. SaaS, software as service. What is this software as service? We should be able to understand this first. So let us get into this. So what is SaaS basically? What is software as service? Very simple. I want to put you in a very simple, what do you call it? Very simple, nomenclature, very simple understanding. What is software as service? See, I have a software. Okay. I have a software. Okay. Where you do not download that software. You do not have high-end configuration. You do not purchase a laptop to install that software. Okay. Best example can I take your Jupyter notebook. Okay. See, what is your Jupyter notebook? What is happening in the Jupyter notebook? Okay. See, did I install anytime your Jupyter notebook? Did I install anytime your Jupyter notebook? Okay, what is this actually? Did you got this interface after installing the Jupyter notebook? How you got this interface, sir? This is running on the cloud, yes or no? This is client side, whatever you are seeing here. So when I click enter, you connect to the server. You connect to the server. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It's going to connect to the, see here, it is going to connect to the server. Yes or no? So that is your Jupyter, your Anaconda company is providing the software to access for us, is providing the user the software access. Okay, this software is somewhere. This Jupyter software is somewhere running in the cloud. It is on the server. Server is in US. Okay, the software is stored in US server. Now in India, with the help of this URL, I'm connecting to that US server and I'm accessing that software. This software has not been installed in my system. This software has not been configured in my system. I'm not using a high-end system. Of course, I'm using high-end system here. Okay, I'm using Microsoft Surface Pro high-end model. Okay, so which is very costly. So of course I'm using, but you will not use any high-end system. Okay, fine. So without using any high-end system, just having very good internet, I'm able to connect. I'm able to connect this software called Jupyter Notebook, directly to the server, directly to the server, directly to the server. So this is called as software as service. This is called as software as service. Software as service. What is happening here in software as service? Your Jupyter software is in cloud somewhere. Okay, it is in cloud. For example, US. Okay, now what you are doing here? You are sitting in India, Bangalore. Okay, you are sitting in India, Bangalore. So Venkatesh is sitting here, and he's using his browser. He's using his browser and he's typing. This is his laptop. Okay, so he's typing www. What happens? It gets connected to the server, and server, when you execute the program here, when he execute the program, okay, the program will be transferred, to the server. It gets executed. It gets executed and it gives the output written back to the client. Okay, so it will show the output. So what is happening? There is some communication between the server. This is a server and the client. So client doesn't need any installation. Directly with the help of internet, directly with the help of URL, I'm able to connect to the server, and whatever I want to execute the program, I'm executing the server and I'm getting it back. Yes or no? Here the same thing what we did till now. All the programs we implemented, we have typing all the programs here. Where the programs are executed, all these pandas programs, Matplotlib, in your Jupyter server. No program has been executed in my local system. So this is called as software as service. That is your Jupyter Anaconda company. Is providing this Jupyter notebook as a it's providing the service. What service? Software as service. It is giving the software access itself. It is selling its software. Okay. Suppose after it will tell that every 3 months you pay $100. I will give this access, full functionality. After that, what happens? After 3 months, it gets expired. You can't, a collection will be lost. You can't use that software. So instead of permanently developing a software for my company, okay, you see, there is no rule that always I should use a Jupyter notebook, right? Okay. For example, if you go to W3B school, I'll tell you, for example, go to W3B school, W3 schools, okay. W3 schools, they have their own, software. Okay. So this is not a Jupyter notebook. This is not a Jupyter notebook. Okay. So you can execute here directly. So try yourself. Click on try yourself. You can execute here directly. Okay. So this is not a Jupyter notebook. Fine. So if you want to build this here, click on run. Okay. So see here, is it your Jupyter notebook? No. So they build their own software. Okay. So if you want to build a software, how much time you need? Huge time. You need huge resources. Yes or no? You need huge resources to build all these softwares. Okay. So that is the reason why, most of the companies, they follow this, software as service. They follow this software as service. Okay. Where what happens? They will provide this software service for certain period of time based on the amount they pay. You can use that software till your license is existing. After once that license is expired, obviously what happens? You cannot use that service. Now take most of the companies. Okay, so it can be what you call it can be your Netflix. See here, it can be your Netflix. Very sorry, yeah, it can be your Netflix. Right? So it can be your Netflix here. Okay, it can be Mailchimp. Okay, it can be Spotify. It can be Zoom. Now we are using Zoom, right? Okay, what is the learning platform? It's Zoom. It can be your Google Workspace, Salesforce. So what is Salesforce? Salesforce is nothing but CRM, customer relationship management. Okay, so it's also a software in order to maintain the customer relationship. All your leads. See what Apshala is doing here. Apshala is running some ads, social media ads. Okay, in different platforms like Facebook, Instagram, then LinkedIn, then Google, then Twitter, then some other platform, XYZ platform. Okay, so all these platform Apshala is running ads. So what is happening when you run the ads? Venkatesh is giving the lead from the Facebook. Okay, Rajini is giving the lead from the LinkedIn. Okay, and some other person like Javed is giving the lead from the so Twitter. What is happening? All this lead information, customer information is going to be stored in something called as CRM software, customer relationship management software. There are many big companies which are the key players, okay, in this CRM software. One of the biggest companies is Salesforce. Salesforce is based out of Singapore. They do business in terms of Singapore dollars because of no GST. In Singapore, there is no GST. Okay, till 3 years. Till 3 years, there is no GST. That is the reason why in world, if you have some 10 lakhs companies in the world, all those 10 lakhs companies you can see in Singapore because they do financial operations from there because of no GST for 3 years. And after, after 3 years, you have around 8% of GST. That's it. Okay, and tax is negligible. So they are encouraging most of the companies to come and establish their small chota offices, and don't think they are big offices because Singapore they don't have any what you call space to. It is a very small country. It is I can tell it is a very small country. You can compare it with what you call in Bangalore MG Road. That's it. Okay, or Whitefield, not more than that. Okay, so basically what is happening, so there are many what do you call top players in CRM software. One is Salesforce in the world, throughout the world. Okay, it's a very costly software, but it is having its own advantages also. Then next one is Lead Square. Lead Square is Indian-based company where it is also very good. Big companies like Byju's, Udemy, or n number of companies they use Lead Square in order to maintain their CRM. Okay, so your Apshala will use telesales. See, do you know telesales is a very simple software, very cheap software. Suppose if you pay around to use this software, if you pay around 50,000 rupees per month, okay, here you will pay 3,000 rupees per 3 months. Okay, but it is performing excellently than Lead Square. Why? Because it's a startup. So they are giving this software, TeleCRM software, as a software as service. Okay, the startup, they want to explore, it's a beta version basically. The more you use for example, Google will release one, what do you call Android application. Okay, it's free of cost. For example, your GPay, the more you use, the more errors you get. So that is called beta version. So then again, they will restructure the version, they will release the final product. Similarly, like this also. So this is called a software as service. Lead Square, Salesforce, all these companies, Zoom, DocuSign. See, what is DocuSign? For example, if you want to write an agreement with you, okay, nowadays, what do you call old agreement fashion is gone. Okay, so just by putting one OTP, your signature will be there on the agreement. It is illegal. Okay, so this is DocuSign. Again, it is a Singapore-based company. Then Adobe. Most of people they know Adobe, right? Adobe is a software. They are providing the software as service. Okay, so Mailchimp is also in order to do some email marketing and all. Netflix is a popular. So if Netflix is a SaaS, what about YouTube? YouTube is also a SaaS, software as service. Yes or no? So they are providing that software as service. Your Swiggy is a software as service. Zomato is a software as service. Every company they are providing their software as service to you. Okay, as service to you. Okay, so your Airtel is a software as service. If you are not paying your bill every month, what happens? Your connection will be disconnected. Yes or no? It's a software as service. Hope you understood very clearly What is SAS, software as service? Okay, so here I mentioned very clean, okay. So this is from Salesforce. I took this definition from the Salesforce. So software as service or SaaS is a way of delivering applications over an internet. So that is a way of delivering or giving an access to the applications over an internet. Okay, as a service. Instead of installing and maintaining software, you simply access it via the internet, freeing yourself from complex software and hardware management. So what they are explaining, what they are trying to explain, instead of installing a huge amount of hardware and software, just with the help of internet, directly you can connect to the server. Directly you can connect to the server. Okay, so client will be sitting here with the help of internet. That is called HTTP protocol, hypertext marker protocol. So don't worry about these protocols. Protocol is nothing but it is a it's a language which is understandable by the two, in the internet. So whenever you tell hi in the WhatsApp, now it will go to hi, yes or no, to your friend. How it is happening? With the help of protocol. There is something called as protocol. How, see, whatever I'm telling you are able to understand. Yes or no? Because you also know English language, I also know English language. So English language is our protocol. English language is our protocol. Suppose if you talk Hindi, if I'm talking Hindi, if you're not able to understand Hindi, then you don't know my protocol. You can't understand anything. That is the reason why. So in the internet, they'll use this HTTP protocol to communicate with each other. If two devices are communicating or two applications are communicating with each other, they are using that HTTP protocol. So what is happening? We are able to connect instead of installing high-end applications, instead of using high-end hardware on softwares or designing and wasting time and money. We don't know whether it is successful or not. Yes or no? After hiring 50 developers, after investing, so much amount and efforts, if your software is not performing well, all your investment is gone. That is the reason why any one guy will take risk in order to develop this software. Then others will share access this software. N number of people will access this software on rental basis. So you can access this software on rental basis. Okay, so then till your license is there, you can access the software. After your license is gone, the access will be disconnected. So this is called as software as service. Okay, so sometimes these SaaS applications, basically we call your Netflix, your Jupyter Notebook, your Google Colab, these are all called as SaaS applications, that is software as service applications. Okay, so sometimes what happens, they're also called as web-based softwares. Why? Because we are using HTTP protocol or web or internet in order to connect to the software. Or we can also call as on-demand software. On-demand software. What is the, see, if I have a demand, I will connect. Otherwise, I don't want. Yes or no? See, for example, I want a Jupyter Notebook in my project for 2 months. Okay, so why should I invest on Jupyter Notebook for 8 months? I will pay only for 2 months. Yes or no? Okay. See, for example, I'll show you another example. No, we have something called as Zoho. Okay, Zoho is also another CRM. It's a Indian based CRM. Okay, it's one of the cheapest software. Okay, Zoho. Okay, so he's a multi-billionaire. CEO is a multi-billionaire. Okay, see Zoho. See here, if you open this Zoho, this is a software CRM. See a CRM. Okay, click on CRM product. When you click on CRM product, okay, so you'll get something, pricing. See here, you are able to pricing, right? Okay, click on pricing. See here, they are giving some pricing. 800 rupees standard, professional 1400 per month, billed annually. 2400 rupees per month, billed annually. What is this? If you want to convert monthly, you can monthly also you can pay. If you want to convert yearly, you can also pay yearly. So that is, they are selling this Zoho CRM software, based on some subscriptions. Okay, hope you understood. Now, what is what you called what is meant by on-demand softwares and hosted software. So if this Zoho CRM, I need only for 2 months. So what I'll do, I'll go for monthly subscription. I'll take standard for 1300 rupees, 1300 rupees. I'll go. That's it. I'm a startup company. Why should I invest lakhs of amount for Salesforce? Yes or no? So this is called as basically software as service. Okay, so yeah, any doubts here till now? Any questions, please? You answer your questions. Any questions, please? Hello. Hope you are able to hear my voice, right?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
So this is a very simple presentation again. What is software as service is providing subscribing users with access to a program via internet. So I'm provide some subscriptions. For example, you take your Geo subscription, Netflix subscriptions, okay, your what you call as Airtel subscriptions, okay, DTH Airtel DTH subscriptions. All these are subscriptions. After the subscriptions, that is your software is gone. You cannot access. So these are the companies, your Microsoft Office. Nowadays, your Office 365 is also cloud based. No need to install. Directly you can work everything in cloud. Problem with this cloud based, no, the data is not secure. Your data will be in that server. Okay. So that is the reason why many people they go for their own softwares. Okay. Fine. If you have money now, you can go for own software. But however, before purchasing the software, they will sign one data breach agreement. But they won't share the data like that. So because they are all genuine companies, then Google Apps, then GoToMeeting like Zoom, okay. Then these are all different softwares, okay. Salesforce, which are SaaS providers. There are millions of SaaS providers in the world, okay. So these are some of the products as we discussed, right? So this is about is SaaS. Why I discussed about SaaS? Because one of the product of Power BI is called as Power BI service. That is Power BI SaaS, called software as service. Power BI service is nothing but your SaaS, software as service. Okay, fine. So that is the reason why I explained you in detail what is SaaS. Now you understood Power BI service is nothing but your SaaS application, software as service application, where it give access to the reports or whatever maybe to the users based on subscription model. Fine. This is the second product. First product is what? Power BI desktop. Okay, fine. This is a Power BI desktop. The name itself suggests it's a desktop application. Very simple desktop application. It is not a mobile application. Okay. So Power BI service is what kind of application? It is a SaaS application. It is not a desktop application. It is not a mobile application, but it is a SaaS application which will provide a service, which will provide software as service. Okay. Now the third application, the third component of Power BI is Power BI mobile apps. Okay, Power BI mobile app. That is, there is a Power BI component specifically designed for the mobile apps to visualize or design in mobile apps. It can be for Windows. Okay, you have 3 mobile operating systems, right? You have Windows mobile operating systems, you have iOS, you have Android. So we have Power BI for Windows, we have Power BI for iOS, we have Power BI for Android. Okay, so these 3 are the important components, okay, for your Power BI. So we have Power BI, Power BI desktop, okay. We have Power BI service, okay. We call BI service. Then we have Power BI for mobile. These 3 are the important components that we will be discussing in the next coming classes in detail. Okay. Now, all these 3 will work differently or independently. No, they work collectively. As I told that they work collectively in order to perform certain tasks. Okay. So how they work collectively? Like this, they work collectively. Okay. So like this, they work collectively. See here, your Power BI desktop is see once. What is the use of this Power BI desktop? You can just create a reports. Once you create a reports by using Power BI desktop, you can share the reports. You can share the report with the help of Power BI service to other Power BI users. If you want to share the reports, whatever you created in Power BI desktop, okay, you can share how with the help of Power BI service. Now, you want to visualize these reports in a mobile application. It can be Android, iOS, or Windows. How it is possible with the help of Power BI mobile, with the help of Power BI mobile. So all these 3 will work together to solve some problems. Okay, hope you understood, right? All these 3 will work together to solve some problem. Okay. So if you see here, okay, see all these Power BI consists of several elements that all work together, starting with these 3 basics. Okay, Power BI desktop will work along with the Power BI service in order to share the reports. Power BI desktop is used to create the reports. Power BI service is used to Power BI service means Power BI SaaS. Okay, every time I can't use Power BI SaaS, Power BI SaaS. So that is the reason why simply I will tell Power BI service. So with the help of Power BI service, I can share the reports because I can provide the service. What kind of service? Sharing the reports. I'll generate my company sales dashboard. Okay, I will share to my manager, sales manager. I will share to my finance manager. I will share. Okay, fine. So this is called as Power BI service. Power BI service is a component of Power BI which is used to share the reports. That is the reason why it is called as SaaS, software as service. Because report is also a software, right? Okay. So now if you want to visualize in mobile, I have something called as Power BI mobile. I call it as a Power BI mobile. Hope you understood. Okay. So what is Power BI? Okay. So what are the different components are there in Power BI? Power BI desktop, Power BI service, then Power BI mobile. Okay. So we also discussed about SaaS. What is SaaS? Software as application. What is the definition of SaaS? What is the advantages of SaaS? Okay. Who are the key players in the SaaS? Okay, like Netflix, YouTube, all these are the SaaS companies. Basically, like I say, most of the companies are the SaaS players. Okay, so we have discussed enough things. Now, so you should also understand, apart from these three. So don't think that only these three are the components of your Power BI. Okay, you have other components also. Okay, so apart from these three components, you have Power BI also features two other components. What is that? Okay, Power BI report builder, Power BI report server. Okay, so along with Power BI desktop, okay, along with Power BI service, along with Power BI mobile app. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. We have fourth, fifth. What is that? Power BI report builder, Power BI report server. All this we are going to discuss in the next classes. How to install Power BI desktop, how to install Power BI service, how to install mobile, all this, how to play around with this, how to generate the reports, everything we'll discuss. Okay, it's a very interesting classes. Don't miss any class. Okay, fine, because on this technology you are going to work in future. Fine, as a Power BI developer, as a data analyst. Okay, fine. So now we'll get into something called as what is Power BI desktop. Okay, what is Power BI desktop? Okay, so as I told, it is a desktop application. It is a desktop application. So if you want a very clear definition of Power BI desktop, Power BI desktop is a free application you can install on your local computer, and it will let you to connect to the data source. You can, with the help of Power BI desktop, I can connect to the data source. Okay, so this is your data sources. Okay, so with the help of your Power BI desktop, okay, I can connect your data sources. I can connect your data sources, and what I can do, I can transform the data. I can transform the data from one source to other source, and I can visualize the data. I can visualize the data. I can visualize the data. So this is nothing but your Power BI desktop. Okay, so hope you understood the definition of Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop is a free application. It's a free application where you can install your local computer, and which will let you to connect to the different data sources and transform the data and visualize your data. Okay, so with the Power BI desktop, you can connect to multiple different sources of data and combine them into a data model. So a very important concept here, okay, called what is a data model, that I am going to discuss in the next classes. So what your Power BI desktop will do, it will collect the data from different sources, okay, and it will form something called as data model. Data model. What is this data model? We'll discuss in the next class. Okay, not worry about it. Fine, I'll teach you the fundamentals of data modeling. What is data modeling? Okay, so this data model, with the help of this data model, so once you collect the data from different sources, okay, from different sources with the help of your Power BI desktop, okay, BI desktop, okay. So what we do, we do the data modeling. This is your data model. With the help of data model, I can generate different visualization reports or visualizations. Okay, one is bar chart, one is pie chart. Okay, so one is scatter chart. Okay, fine. So one is some other chart. Okay, so all these reports I'll combine together to all these graphs, all visualizations. See, report is different from graphs or visualization. These are visualizations. This is bar graph. This is pie chart. This is scatter chart. This is box chart. Okay, this is visualizations. All these visualizations can be combined together to form one report. Okay, this report I can generate with the help of your Power BI desktop. Once the report is generated, what I can do with the help of your Power BI service, I can share this report to my stakeholders. Hope you understood. So what is data model and all? We'll discuss in the next classes. Don't worry. Okay. So data model lets you build visualizations and collects of a collection of these visualizations you can share as reports to other people inside your organization. So most of the users who work on these business intelligence projects use Power BI desktop. See, if you are working on some BI projects, we call it the BI projects. That is reporting projects where you are responsible to generate some reports based on the data. So they will be using this Power BI desktop in order to create the reports. And they will create the reports with the help of this, they create the reports with the help of this Power BI desktop. And with the help of Power BI service, they will share the reports with others. They will share the report with others. So this is about your Power BI desktop. What is the definition of Power BI desktop? Okay, how it will collect the data from different sources, how it will create a data model, how it will create the visualizations, how it will combine these visualizations into a report. Okay, this is about your Power BI desktop. Basically, this is a look and feel of your Power BI desktop. Once you install your Power BI desktop, okay, so there are many things. If you want to get the data, you can use this Excel, data hub, SQL server, all these things. So here, I'll be whenever is required, I'll be teaching you what is SQL. Okay, fine. So that is the reason why I didn't start especially the classes. I will teach SQL, during the Power BI itself. Okay, not worry about that. Okay. So this is the look and feel of your Power BI desktop, how it looks. So how can you install this Power BI desktop? Very simple. Okay. So very simple. Okay. So already you have, what do you call 1 minute? Just get into a web browser. So install Power BI desktop. Okay. So this is your okay. So Power BI, get into the Microsoft official website. Get into the Power BI desktop. So this is your downloads. Okay, fine. So basically, now I can install your Power BI desktop here. Okay. So let me go back one step back. There is an easy version of downloading a Power BI also. So already I installed the Power BI in my system. See, before installing the Power BI, so this is your website. This is your source where you can install the Power BI, powerbi.microsoft.com downloads. Okay, so where if you want to install your Power BI desktop, okay, you can install here. Okay, so you can use here, or Power BI mobile you can use. So okay, Power BI report builder. I told you these are all the components. Power BI report server. These are all the different components of Power BI where you can install here. Click on just click on download. Here when you click on download, okay, see here it is asking, do you want to open in Microsoft Store? Yes, click on. See here, okay, when you have Microsoft Windows operating system, automatically there is something called as Microsoft Store, like your Android store, right, or Google Store, where you have different applications. Power BI can be installed as an application in the Microsoft Store. Already I have an application. That is the reason why I'm not able to see here install button. There will be something called as install button here. When you click it, obviously it will install here itself. And when you click on open, see here, it is installed here. You can see my cursor, or I will just show you. You are able to see right here this part. Okay, already it installed. This is nothing but your Power BI. Okay, so basically just click on, when you click on open, okay, so your Power BI desktop application will be open, okay, where you can create a number of reports, a number of visualizations, a number of reports, okay, fine. So it is opening your Power BI application. It is 720 MB file. So this is your Power BI application. Very simple. I didn't use any, I didn't created any report, nothing, that is the reason why it is very dumb. Okay. So basically it will looks like this. Basically your Power BI, after creating a report, it looks wonderfully like this. Okay, fine. So this is about your Power BI report, how to install. So try by your own. If you're not able to install Power BI desktop, okay, it's very easy. Just you should go to this website, Power BI dot, let me, okay, please check your chat window. Okay, already I shared. So click on this powerbi.microsoft.com. So when you go here, you'll be having something called as downloads. Click on this downloads. There are two ways you can use this or this also. I am using this download. I'm using this download. When you click on download, what happens? Your Power BI will be downloaded in the Microsoft Store. This is your Microsoft Store. So here you'll find installation button. Click on install. It gets installed and you can open. Very simple. As a desktop application. As a desktop, how you are opening Word, MS Word and MS Excel, like that you can open your Power BI desktop. Very simple. No confusions. No confusions. Okay. So if you want, you can share. Anyone can share your screen and you can install. Okay. So this is how I'll show you. Give me some time. I will allow you to share your screen. Okay. So this is how you can install your Power BI and it looks like this. So now coming to the next slide. See, the most common users of Power BI desktop. What are the users of Power BI desktop? Power BI desktop is used to connect the data. It will connect to different data sources. Okay, not only connecting, it will transform the data and clean the data to create a data model. So before getting into the Power BI desktop classes, I will explain you what is data model. Then I'll go. Okay. Then after creating a data model, it will create visualizations. What are these visualizations? Charts or graphs. Please remember, these visualizations are different from reports. For example, this is a bar chart. Yes or no? This is one visualization. This is the pie chart. This is one visualization. This is a box chart. Okay. All these visualizations we have created, right? These are not reports basically. Suppose if you combine all these in the form of report, all these together, if you combine like this, for example, if you combine all these, in one, one place. Okay, so like this is your bar chart. This is your pie chart. Okay, this is your box chart. This is your scatter chart. This is your scatter chart. Okay, so now see here, I combined all these reports at one place. I combine all these visualizations or graphics or graphs at one place. This is called as report. This is called as report. Okay, these are called as visualizations. These are called as visualizations, not report. Basically, if you combine all these things along with some data, not only you have graphs or charts, you have some data, you have some analysis. Okay, in the reports. Report. I will explain you what is a report, what is the definition of a report in future classes. Okay, not to worry, not to get confused. At present, understand this. It's more than enough. So now, when you come to the application of what is the application of Power BI desktop, it is used to connect the data from different sources. It is used to transform the data and clean the data to create a data model. Okay, so as we told, it connects the data from different sources. It transforms the data and create a data model. So once it creates a data model, it can create n number of visuals which can be combined, to represent the data or create a report. So create reports that are collection of visuals. See here, report is nothing but collection of visuals. One or more important. You can have one page report or multiple page report also. So once we create the report, we can share the report to other users with the help of what component? Power BI service as a component. Power BI service as a component. So this is the work of the Power BI desktop. As a data analyst, you must be expert in Power BI using or maintaining or administrating Power BI desktop. Okay, very, very important. So that is the reason why I see here, if you observe here, okay, so people who are responsible for such tasks, what is such task? All these tasks. Okay, people who are responsible for such tasks are often considered as a data analyst. Who are all doing all these activities now, they're called as data analysts. Sometimes they will also be referred as analysts, or sometimes they'll be referred as a BI professionals. Okay, fine, or report creators. Different words they will use in the industry. Okay, this you should understand. What is it? Right? Hope you understood, right? So hope you enjoyed the class today. So what we have discussed, just will recap. So we have discussed what is Power BI, what is the use of Power BI, then what are the different components or parts of Power BI. We have three components of Power BI. One is Power BI desktop, another is Power BI as software as service, then Power BI for mobile applications. Okay, so now then uh, we also discussed that all these three components will work together in order to perform certain tasks. Apart from the three components, we have another two components called Power BI report builder, Power BI report server. Then we discussed what is the definition of Power BI desktop, what is the function, what is the use of this Power BI desktop. Okay, fine. So basically, uh, how to install your Power BI desktop, and this is your look and feel of your Power BI desktop. It is a desktop based application. So on different activities, what are all the activities can be performed with the help of your Power BI desktop, like data collection from different sources, transforming the data, cleaning the data, and creating the model. Okay, so once we create a data model, we can create some different visualizations which are grouped together to form the report, one or two reports. All these reports can be shared to other Power BI users in my organizations or other organizations with the help of which component? Power BI service or SaaS. So we also discussed about what is SaaS in detail. Okay, which companies they provide SaaS. So in next class, we'll discuss what is called data model. Once we finish what is data model, then we'll dig on to the Power BI. Okay, so we'll digging we'll try to understand each and everything in Power BI. Like that, step by step we'll go. Fine. So I'll take complete March to finish your Power BI. I may extend also. Any questions till now? Now you can just share your screen. I'll stop sharing my screen. You can share your screen, and anyone, you can start installing your Power BI desktop. Yeah. Anyone can share. It's up to you. Who wants to share? Please don't use your mobile phones. You should use your Microsoft Windows operating system laptops. Use your mobile phones when I'm discussing Microsoft Power BI mobile apps. Yeah, anyone can share the screen. Rajini, Harish, Venkata.
It's already there in my PC. It's in my laptop, sir.
Okay, you are there. Harish, Rajini,
I have already installed that, sir.
haven't said that. What about Rajini? What about Rajini? Hi Rajini, are you there? What about this user? Okay, I think fine. So try to install. Others who doesn't know how to install, please try to go through the recordings. Try to install your Power BI desktop in your system. Okay. If you have any queries, we can solve the next class. Okay, fine. Yeah. So regarding
Okay,
Harish,
sir.
I got your CV. So basically, Samira shared your CV.
Yes, sir.
Your CV is like fresher part. Okay. If you share
Okay.
your CV, no one will select you. Okay. So basically, lot of things you need to mention in that CV. To show you as a data analyst. Okay. So don't be hurry. Okay. So
Okay,
even though you're facing some resistance, not to worry. Be calm. Try to complete your training because we started Power BI. Learn a number of things, and even we'll be inviting the topmost experts in Power BI to conduct some workshops, real-time projects. Okay. So basically, the real-time projects will be in such a way that it is a genuine projects of the client. Client will come and talk to you. Okay. So I need this, I need that.
okay,
This is requirement. Okay. Directly that project you can put
okay,
in your resume. Fine. So like those projects you should put in your
okay,
resume. And when they see your resume, it should be like very, they should scratch their head. So automatically your resume will get selected. Don't worry, we can work together and you will get a job. No doubt. Okay,
okay,
you will get a career
okay, sir.
transition. No doubt. Just
Okay.
not to be hurry. That's it. Right?
Sir. Okay, sir.
So thank you guys. We'll be sharing this recording to your Samir. We'll be doing the things. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.